How we doing, everybody? We're here to talk about some comics.
Immerse yourself in the wildly successful Destiny Aurora universe. The release of the audiobook version marks the newest addition to the franchise. Follow the thrilling adventures of the starship Destiny Aurora and its crew as they hunt for the alien assassin who murdered Jace Carver's wife. Their epic confrontation will change Jace's life forever and keep readers guessing till the end. Go to the link below and listen to the first chapter absolutely free.
This is my review from last week, and we're going to start with Dawn of DCU, and this is Titans by Tom Taylor, #1. And yeah, we have Wally, who was Jeremy Adams just finished a great run with them, and of course Tom Taylor's got to kill him. So we start out with a boom. Oh my God, I'm shot. What am I going to do? I'm going to run and say all this stuff to my family. I love you, and keep running because he's dying and he's trying to hold it by his metabolism. Meanwhile, we switch to them trying to recruit Garth. Garth, and as everybody knows, I'm a big Aquaman fan, and Garth acts is basically Tempest, who is Aquaman's protege, and they do the stupid feet outside of the costume, which I hate. And of course he says, "I can't help you, I'm doing my own thing. Sorry, bye." And he takes off because, everybody's, polluting the ocean or whatever. So he leaves. And then we have this big fight with a giant gorilla. And then we have Peacemaker show up, and he says, "You need to do better." And he's working for Waller, and they're like, "You need to come work for your government." And Nightwing's like, "Yeah, no, I don't think so." And then they find Wally's body. I don't know. Raven, does some things out of the ordinary and kisses Beast Boy. It's a little weird. Anyway, it's a little weird. We'll see if it gets better. I know some people had a problem with the artwork. I didn't have any problem with the artwork. All right, so here we go into Catwoman by Tini Howard. So we have, Selina's just been in jail, which was written so poorly. She has, Tini Howard has no idea and did no research besides the Orange is the New Black as far as being in prison. And then she tries to train Tomcat how to fight, and then she tells the new Catwoman, who's been taking over for her, which is an Asian woman who's head of another organization. She's like, "I don't want you to be Catwoman anymore. I know you sacrificed your life and put your life at risk to be a Catwoman, but I'm back now. So bye." Yeah, I'm pretty close to closing the a chapter on that. So. Let's see, we're at number 55. I'm pretty close to knocking that out. But the cover is by DNA here, and he's just an amazing artist. He was busy. I asked him to do some stuff, but he's so busy. All right, then we're going into Marvel with Red Goblin. So Norman has obviously an inkling that Normie has a symbiote. And he throws a goblin grenade at his grandson. I mean, if he was wrong, he would have killed his fucking grandson. Whatever. So he throws a goblin grenade at him, and the symbiote catches it. He goes, "Ah, there you are. Oh, I was right. Thank God." And then we have another guy that's trying to steal the Golden Goblin armor. And meanwhile, he tries to get Norman tries to get the symbiote off of Normie and kill it, and in a sonic chamber, and that doesn't go over very well. And Normie doesn't realize that's what he's trying to do, and it all goes to hell. Anyway, the symbiote goes back to Normie, and this is number 4, so I don't know if it's an ongoing or if it's a thing, but I'm enjoying it so far, even though it's kind of weird that Norman tried to kill his own grandson. And this is at number 1 also, The Vigil, which is kind of a superhero-y spy thing. I like spy stuff, but they don't go into the characters at all. They make up these stupid powers for these people, and they try to make them scientific. It doesn't work. And since we don't know anything about the characters, and they're like beyond human, we really have nothing to latch on here. And then you have somebody doing commentaries like, he just stole his face. No. And, some other dialogue like, let's see if you guys got rhythm. I probably won't be continuing this. It was neat to see a number one, but I wanted to try the spy stuff, but it just didn't work. All right, and Jed MacKay, I tried some of Jason Aaron's Avengers, and nobody likes that one. So we're getting a new team, and what I actually suggested was they should have had, because, Miss Marvel's being killed right before the movie. So we have Captain Marvel's book is ending at 50, which is this month, and Miss Marvel is getting killed this month. Obviously, she's probably going to come back, but Carol is now leading this Avengers, and that's why you don't see Cap anywhere. Because if Captain America was here, she couldn't be leading it. So it's written pretty well. So you're switching back and forth between them recruiting their team and them fighting this big monster. So it goes back and forth, which really worked. And instead of it having, I'm recruiting and now I'm going to fight. It was good to see that juxtaposition back and forth. I'm recruiting you, and now we're fighting. I'm recruiting you, and now we're fighting, etc. And here's you doing this. So Iron Man is the second in command. Of course, he's always second because nobody knows whether he's going to be drunk or not. So, got to put you in second just in case. It's good to see Scarlet Witch and Vision, and then we have Falcon Cap. And just keep the guy Falcon. My God. It doesn't work. The Falcon Cap does not work, and the movie is going to tank. It doesn't work. It just feels like he just stole Captain America's stuff. That's all it feels like. Just keep him his own person. Anyway, so she goes to see Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is like, I'm glad you like the tea, and yes. She's like, I didn't ask you anything yet. Yeah, but you're an Avenger. I don't need to read your mind. I know you're here to recruit me. So I'm waiting to see what happens next, but it's a good start, and I like the team up so far. Then we have a book that everybody loves by Mark Waid, World's Finest. It's Batman, Superman together. And we're fighting the Ultra Morpho, but that's not the only one we're fighting. So he's turning into Kryptonite here. And, of course, Superman's out for the count. Robin tries to step in and save him and tries to fight as well. That doesn't go over very well. Then Batman, who's supposed to be on house arrest because he's being blamed for a murder, shows up wearing the Metal Men as armor. Wow. That's a great idea. I never would have thought about that. And when he came in, I thought he was like in an Azrael costume, but with different colors, kind of like this. So it's kind of an homage. But no, he's wearing a Metal Men. It was really, really great idea. And he's like, I'm making my entrance. So this was a really good book. And then we get introduced to the new Amazo. They just should have called him Ultra Amazo. We had Ultra Morpho. We have Ultra Amazo. And that's what but now I have new Amazo. So we'll see what happens with that. So we get to see the Teen Titans. We get to see all these other robots being fought by the challengers of the unknown and all this other stuff because there's a whole robot uprising throughout the world. It's really good. That's really good. If you're not reading that book, it's really good. It's always really good. And then we have this one, and I'm really kind of up in the air, mostly because of the price. This is a $5 book for 22 pages. Why? So we're on number 4. I am enjoying it, but am I enjoying it to the $5 range? I'm not sure about that. The artwork's decent. We have this character who visits this apartment, and we realize the apartment is a Silver Banshee in human form, and she turns her into her bad self, or makes it emerge, and starts fighting. And then we realize at the end, after this whole big fight with Superman occurs, and Jimmy Olsen jumps in front of Silver Banshee and says, I love her. She's love. Don't touch her, love. So that's what that happens. And I'll probably get the next one. I don't know. Just don't know if it's worth $5. I don't know how long I'm going to keep going on that one, even though it's decent. I wouldn't say it's great. That's the problem, is that it's kind of that middle of the road. So for an extra price for 22 pages, I don't know if it's worth it. All right, now back to Marvel with Star Wars, down to the last a couple of Star Wars books I'm still reading. And this is Bounty Hunters, and this is Janina Gallagher's character. So if you know who she is, she's been in a bunch of stuff, but she was in True Blood. She was also in Sleepy Hollow, just a pile of stuff. So she was in Arrow, I think, also for a little bit. But anyway, so we have the Cyborg character back, and these are the Inferno Squad, as you can see from the title. And Bosk is here, and he and Bosk are, basically going at it verbally about pushing into a physical battle. And then these guys show up, and they want him because he's got something in his head. He worked for the Empire for a little bit, and he saw some stuff, and it's inside his memory banks, and they want it out, and they came to kidnap him. So we'll see what happens with that. But I kind of like what's going on there. All right, and then we're into IDW. So I stopped the other Star Trek one. I was continuing. This is the original cast members. Obviously, as you can see, it's the motion picture costumes. And and of course, as you know, I was also representing Nichelle Nichols. I've worked with her several times before her passing. Great woman, and so I had to pick this up. And this is we're going into the Mirror type of universe. It's not the Mirror, but it's another alternate universe, and the Uhura from that universe comes over and is warning them that there's another person from her universe that's a war criminal, and it looks like Chekhov, and they're chasing him, and he runs into neutral zone, so they have to stop, and then he gets surrounded by Romulans. So we'll see what happens with that one too. So far so good, kind of a slow start, but we'll see what happens. And then I'm going to do these three as a combined, because so I'll just pick one of them up. So this is Batman Deadly Duo, and I think this is 5, right? Silvestri, and I had to wait a very long period of time. This has been over for a while. I just got them because of the signature. Mark Silvestri took forever to sign them, and so my whole entire series is signed. And but it took me forever to get them. So this has been over for quite a while, but it was new to me. So we have a new character that's female that is trying to make Gotham into these Joker zombies or whatever, and so Batman's fighting them under the thing, and under Gotham in this cavern type area, and Joker's helping him, and then Harley shows up, and Batman beats the crap out of him for a bit, and then says, "I'll save you," after I just knocked a few of your teeth out. And then they end up defeating the zombie woman, whose father experimented on her, and basically she's the one who pitted Batman and Joker up together. And it was all for him to get a key. So he had to get this key from her, and what it was is that she knows who Batman is, and she put it in a safety deposit box, his whole secret identity of Bruce Wayne, and it ends up that Joker doesn't want that out. He doesn't want to know who he is, so he has the guy destroy it, or he hires some guys to destroy it, and here's the last issue. He hires some guys to destroy it, and then he kills everybody. So pretty interesting. And here's some more older stuff that I picked up. So this I picked up at the Comic-Con because I love Scarlet Witch, and this was the alternate variant cover for Strange Academy. Everybody said this was great. I didn't read it, but from this was finals also. This is this is like the end of the run. And I was picking it up, so I have no idea what's going on, but there's this Emily character is like, "I'm sorry you had to come to this. And now I got to kill you all!" And it's one of the students, and she wants it to be the end of the academy. and you got Dormammu's son or something like that in there. I don't know. It was real weird. I didn't pick up any of it. But I know everybody liked it, but I haven't read it. And then here's the other one I picked up. So that other guy where I picked up the Wonder Woman, I picked up this one as well. And this is by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And you cannot get a better Captain America. Captain America has been written like crap forever. And I finally got to read a good Cap book. So this is actually from 30 cents. So this is old stuff. This is 60s stuff. And it was great. Nobody draws like Kirby. The action was great. And, Red Skull is trying to, everybody thinks he's dead, and he's not, of course. And he's getting this sleeper guy out of this temple, and he's using this thing, and ends up with it at the end. So, of course, that's nothing I continue because there's nothing for me to buy. That's so old stuff I can't buy it anymore. And then I picked up some artwork that I'm going to show you. That's all signed that I picked up at the convention. And as everybody knows, I am a huge Aquaman fan. So I have no idea why that just zoomed in, but it did. And so at the time I needed to zoom out, it zooms in. So let's see. Nope. Okay, I'm going to have to do it like this. I don't know why it zoomed in, but it did. So I guess this is okay. So we have Aquaman. And as you can see, it's signed on the bottom. But Aquaman and Mera, the power couple, fighting some kind of monster from, I think this is from 2010 or something to that effect. It's really good stuff. Really good stuff. So I would love to find space on my walls, but I don't have any. But I would love to put that up. It's great. And then I have a Titans one, again signed. And this is Donna Troy. And again, the camera's trying to find me. So maybe I can turn this off. And so it's got the reflection of Nightwing in her bracelet, and she's got a knife, and etc. And it's just beautiful. So I bought that one too. Then Marv Wolfman was there, and he is a Spider-Man artist. Back from the 70s, I believe this is the first edition of Black Cat, and it's signed by Marv Wolfman right there. Really nice guy. And then anybody who's a fan of Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, look at that thing. Tell me that isn't gorgeous. So I picked that up too. Again, I wish I had wall space for this stuff. And as everybody knows, I went to see Deborah Ann Wall at the convention and gave her a copy of Tales of Ravenor because she's a big D&D fan, and I think that she's going to help review once we do the D&D stuff. But anyway, she signed. Let me see if I can get the glare off the plastic. I had the plastic, but the glare is killing. So there. And now you know who she is. So really good stuff, and that's my whole review from last week. Good, the bad, and the ugly. And I had a good day at the convention. Met a lot of good people and got some good signatures. All right, and that's it for me, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me help me build my channel, and also hit Kickstarter if you haven't already. Destiny Aurora, we're about to hit 3,000, another $500 or so, and we'll be getting on stretch goals out. And also the Tales of Ravenor, the Iron Witch stuff. So this is the graphic novel, and then our paperbacks are in. I'm waiting for the hardcovers to come in, but I just got the boxes out today to start shipping. The Tales of Ravenor paperback, so I'm going to start putting those out probably over the weekend. So look for that, and I have to get finished with Lords of LA. So as soon as the Destiny Aurora stuff ends, I'm having my last cover art for for Lords of LA done now. So I just have a few pages to get colored, and I'm going to get moving on that. I'm waiting for Alex to do book 4, because the next thing is going to be book 3 and 4. 1 and 2 is what everybody has already, and if you haven't gotten that one, then you could also get that on the Kickstarter right now. All right. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.